Is it on?
Hi, everybody.
Okay. Hello.
My name is Jason Constanturis. I'm a former MPA, MA Economics dual degree. I just recently graduated, class of 2014.
My name is Stacy Lemery, and I'm an MAIR graduate of class of 2013.
My name is Brahim Al-Ghandour. I graduated from Maxwell in June 2013 with a dual degree in public administration and economics.
Oh, it's on. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Geraldine Cave, and I am a 2011 MPA graduate of the Maxwell School. Welcome, welcome, class of 2015, 2016. If you're in Maxwell right now, you're probably awesome. So, congratulations. I want to welcome you into our family, I guess a mafia. If you haven't learned already, you are now part of a mafia. And one thing about a mafia, you cannot get out until you die. It's a good mafia though. So, so welcome.
For my first job at Maxwell, out of Maxwell, was at the World Bank. At the World Bank, I'm working within the open government practice at the World Bank. My team is particularly tasked with promoting access to public expenditure data from countries all over the world.
I currently work for the Department of State. My title is Haiti Desk Officer, Political Affairs. So I work on political issues in Haiti, and I'm based in Washington, D.C. I'm a civil servant. I'm full-time.
In a couple months, I'll be starting my job as a fiscal and policy analyst for California's Legislative Analyst's Office, or the LAO. And the LAO performs nonpartisan fiscal and policy analysis for the state's legislature.
I'm actually at a private consulting firm called Collaborative Communications that actually consults for my old office. I got that job by recommendation from someone in the Office of the State Superintendent of Education, and has been a great fit ever since. I've been there for about a year now and also love it. At my new job, I am an associate, and so I work with all different types of education clients, including DC schools as well as Baltimore Public Schools and a series of networked after-school providers, helping them to do things like network development, community engagement, as well as some key communication pieces.
This job mainly came about because of lots and lots of networking. Um, the the man who hired me, who fought to hire me, and I interviewed for the Haiti job, officially, formally in January, and they weren't able to actually bring me on board until May because of security clearance and bureaucratic stuff and HR stuff. So, so that took a long time. But this man, we met before I even started my internship because he actually wanted me to intern for his office, and I told him, I'm sorry, I already picked this other office, but I stayed in touch with him, and he obviously thought very highly of me.
In a nutshell, I got my job through networking. Actually, and it's my first experience with that particular job was through one of the Maxwell Career Center's events. So one event was, I believe it was an event by the Maxwell Career Center where they brought in an alum from Maxwell to talk about his job at the World Bank. So with him, and then initially the way what happened was that my interest lined up pretty well with what he was doing, so which enabled me to keep contact even after he had left and went back to DC. And I visited DC then on a couple of occasions and kept in contact with him and had an opportunity to meet him for coffee and then meet one of his colleagues. That happened around February. Back in around September, I get a call that I was recommended for a job at the World Bank by this particular alum. So I interviewed again, and then here I am.
As a dual degree, I also did an internship with the U.S. Department of State. I worked in their management office, mostly doing running the numbers for overseas staffing to U.S. missions. So the way I figured out the job I wanted is I kind of figured out three things about myself. The first is that I cared a lot more about analysis than I did, say, about management or administration. And I was more interested in that capacity of public affairs. And that kind of hit me early on, around public budgeting. The second one was that, I was a lot younger. I came right out of undergrad to Maxwell. And because of that, I was looking for a job that had some sort of professional development set to it. Obviously people that are older don't need that. But I felt as someone who was just coming out, I could really benefit from a program that was designated specifically to developing a younger workforce. And the third thing I figured out was that I cared more about domestic policy issues, and particularly issues about state and local government, and some federal government issues than I did, say, international development.
When I was at Maxwell, I was looking into all the possibilities to possibly do government service. I looked into internships, which I did do an internship. But during the semester that I did my unpaid internship at the Department of State, they informed all of us that, oh yeah, we eliminated the option to be, hired or kind of grandfathered in after your internship. So no more SCEP or STEP program. It's turned into pathways, and it will be a hot mess if you try to actually get hired after this. So with that in mind, I had also, as a backup plan, applied for the Bourne program. And shortly into my internship, I found out that, or actually just as I was beginning my internship, I found out that I received the Bourne Fellowship, and so I took it. I went to Brazil and extended my degree by a year, which is, I should have graduated in the fall of 2012. Instead, I graduated in the fall of 2013. Everyone at Maxwell was really good about working with me to extend my degree. So I went to Brazil, was there for a year doing a Bourne Fellowship, which means the government gave me money to do research and to learn Portuguese.
When I first came to Maxwell, I thought I wanted to be a hardcore policy analyst, and after crying through public budgeting and economics and statistics, I decided I no longer wanted to do that and became very interested in the intersections between education and community engagement. And so that became my focus, and became really, really excited about those two areas and took courses related to those.
So I was lucky enough to work at the Maxwell's Career Center for a few months. So so that gave me kind of a insider sort of position to take advantage of the plenty resources they had there. One important one was I think the primary and most important thing you can take advantage of when you're at Maxwell is the different events the Maxwell Career Center holds. These different career events, networking events.
So as far as Maxwell stuff goes, I used, I took advantage of every resource possible at Maxwell. I attended career seminars, networking, etiquette, whatever, anything that I thought would help, which is pretty much everything I went to.
The office was really good to review my resumes. I went to them frequently for that. And, you have to fill out different kinds of resumes. There's a federal resume, there's PMF. When I was applying to different organizations, they all had different things they were looking for. They were very good about helping me walk through my resume, making sure there were no typos, making sure that I was addressing the key things they wanted to, see. The same thing with the cover letter. They were very good about making sure that I was on task with that. So, for example, one of my cover letters, I once came in and it was way too long. And the organization specifically said, we want people that are coherent and to the point, which I'm currently not being. But I think they were very good at making sure that that, or making sure that I was a little more concise.
While you're on campus, take advantage of all the resources that are there. I felt like people at Maxwell really wanted to help me, really wanted to see me succeed. They knew my face personally.
One thing that is important is to keep in mind is for an international student, like in my case, is from day one, have everything, know everything you need to know in terms of your visa status, what will allow you to get that OPT. I'm sure you'll be hearing of it soon. That employment authorization card. Use the Slutzker International Service Student Service Center. They have good resources. They have good counselors that can help you sort this out. One particular advice I would give is not to hurry in issuing that OPT card. You have two-month grace period after you graduate. So I would advise you to take advantage of those 2-month grace period. I graduated in the end of June. My employment status started in August, and that gave me time. That gave me plenty of time to go down to DC, start looking for a job, kind of get settled, and then start work eventually when I had the opportunity to find work.
The two ones that I thought of were make a plan early. So, it takes about 9 months to get a job on average, right? And some people it takes 1 month, and some people it takes a year. But on average, it's been pretty typical. I found people were getting jobs, by 9 months. The difference between people who had jobs before they graduated and people who got jobs after they graduated is simply when they started. It also depends on other things, like what kind of field you're getting into. But generally, getting started early is a good idea. And one of the main reasons is because a lot of these opportunities, their due dates are early. So in the organization I'm going to be working for in a couple months, their due date was in November, or I guess maybe December. I can't remember now. But it was before the new year. So if I had started waiting until the spring to apply for jobs, I would have missed that opportunity. There are a number of other fellowships, especially if you're looking to do, kind of 1-year development fellowships, like with the Port Authority or with somebody else. Those are typically due before the new year. And so you want to make sure you don't miss an opportunity because, you delayed on the search.
So a couple of things, and I know that you guys are all excited to start, but one thing to keep in mind, that the students that you are in class with, day in and day out, in 5 to 15 years are going to be running the world. You guys are awesome. You're going to be running the world. So keep in touch with all the people who are in your class. So look to the left. Look to the right. Wait, did I do that right? Okay, yeah, I did that right. Okay. But keep in contact with them. You never know where people are going to end up. And so networking, not only with your current classmates, but also with alumni is key.
So I guess with that, I will leave it to the career people. Thank you for inviting me to make this video. I hope it wasn't too long. All the best to all of you. Bye-bye.
I hope that was of some help. And if any of this was helpful and you want more information, the office has my contact information. So please feel free to contact me whenever. Thank you.
Matt, congratulations. I hope you guys have an awesome year. Good luck and God bless.
All right. Well, I think we're good. What do you think?
Yeah. Did you stop recording?